Yo, YouTube and Tower Defenders, welcome back to my series. Ethan DX here with the Evolution series for the Tower. We are on week number 46 of the series, or episode 47. Week 47, episode 47. Lots of stuff still moving on. A lot of stuff didn't happen, but we got some things happening to get to the next step. We are weeks away from completing the cooldown on the ultimate weapons so that I can finally start moving on to hopefully some tournament progression soon. Although I've been pretty happy with holding my own in tournaments. We'll get to that. Let's go ahead and jump into the stats. I was going to start this with a run. Oh, speaking of that, I can pull the picture. I was going to start this with a run like I did last week. Because there was lots of gains, lots of gains. But we're gonna, luckily got a picture. What happened was this morning, I was bleary-eyed and I clicked the wrong button on my tablet. I had it resized down into a floating window, and then I was gonna go into Discord, and I accidentally closed it instead of minimizing it, and it ended my run because I didn't have demon mode up. I was using demon mode trying to get the event completed, so I had already popped demon mode. So anyway, good times. Oh, here I am blabbering. Let me get that picture. Hold on one second. Alright, so here's the picture from a screenshot I took before it ended. Luckily I took a screenshot before I started fiddling with stuff. I don't know what had the impulse to do that, but as you see here, it also doesn't fit the window because it was on my tablet, so just ignore the resolution. We're 853 trillion, so 853.21 trillion wall health with all of the upgrades. That's with the perks, that's with the coin trade-off perk, and with the region trade-off perk. So that's I think it was 615 last week. In the video, I think it was like 615 trillion we were up to. So that's over 200 trillion gain in 1 week. I have been doing a lot of eHP labs this last week. I wanted to get a bunch of them out of the way while I have the time and the lack of other pressing. I mean, I have some other labs I could do, but it's not as, you know what I mean? It's not as game-changing as like doing some of the stuff later on when I get the new ultimate weapons and start labbing those. I want to get a lot of this stuff out of the way. Health is at, region is now 46.34 trillion with all the upgrades. So pretty sick there. I want to say it was 44.9 or 44.8. I don't have, you know what? Hold on, let me look. We can look real quick. We got the power of technology. Or you know, last week's video, I could just easily look. Yeah, 44.91 trillion. So now we're up to 46.34 trillion. And of course, that'll multiply up with the wall health deals and the the lab and the sharp fortitude, I'm sure, is making that significantly better. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into everything else. Get rid of this. Boop. Okay. We will collect this gem. So, stats. We are at 6.55Q. I'm going to start including it on the thumbnail image because it's going to be an easier way for me to, and anyone else that wants to, reference what I was doing at that time. I was at a certain coin level. I've had people ask me like, hey, what were you doing when you were around like 50 trillion? And I was like, ooh, it's kind of hard to look back through my videos and find that, you know, because I don't have a quick reference. So I'm going to start doing that. What are we at? 6.55Q. Last week we were at 5.85Q. And this week we're at 16,101 stones. Last week we were at 15,566 stones. So the stones are still going up good. I actually did a milestone run and picked up a few things. So we'll look at that. One day we're going to hit 1Q in a week. That's coming. That is coming soonish. I think we were just 300 shy, about 700 trillion there. But I did do a milestone run that was 7 hours right here. See, look at this. Tier 14, 4,300. I technically did 2 of those this week. I did one last Sunday, got to 4198, and then I did it again Friday and got to 4,300. So I think that's good for now to not try anymore. 4,300 was pretty rough. I think at that point I'm going to need to get my damage up significantly before I can squeeze over a little bit, even though my hit points and everything are going through the roof. I want to say I was at like 2.5 Q life or so. I was definitely over 2 Q. It was like 2.3 Q-ish life without any of the other perks. You know, the coin trade-off perk. Oh, you know what? I think it was 2, and then when I got the region trade-off, it might have put it to 1. No, I think it was a 2. I don't know. We'll have to look at that again. I'll pay attention to that next time and try to make note. But we're gonna run that again after I do a damage a lab push, because right now I'm really pushing the eHP lab, and then we'll go back in and try it again with damage. And we'll try 15 and 16 again sometime coming up. I touched a little 15 because I wanted to kind of see how much, but it was hitting so hard at the same place I got to last time. I just went ahead and cut the run short there because I wanted to get back to farming. It was not going to make it to 1,000, so we will try that again later. But I was surprised we got to 4,300, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to make it to 4,500 on tier 14 yet, but I don't know, pretty good. All right. Let's jump over to tournament history. Been doing pretty good in tournaments. As you see here, we are just bouncing back and forth. So that I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think I did get a couple good brackets. Like that was a good bracket. And this one was all right. So we'll see what the next, because sometimes these champs can get rough. I saw last week everyone in Discord was posting their brackets, and it looked like it was rough. People in 1,000 waves were being demoted to platinum from champion. Like they had 1,000 waves in champions, and they got demoted. So looks like it was a rough week last week. But we got a new high of 355. I want to say, oh yeah. So let's go look at the. Because that's over here in the history. Yeah, so I ran my first run here. Ignore these two. I forgot I didn't change some stuff. Like I didn't put the right things on. But this tier 14 233 run, we did a Pulsar Harvester and Dim Core build. So basically my damage build for being an eHP tower. I did my equivalent of a damage build or hybrid or whatever you want to go with. Did not do good. I got spanked. I think the what were the knockback resist? Knockback resist and the armor enemies knockback resist combo was not good. Of course, thorns resist obviously didn't help either, but those two really made it so my damage just wasn't there. So I reran it again using my farming build effectively. Black hole, permanent black hole. I used G comp. I used Primordial Collapse, and I got to 355, so that was good. Oh, let me get a screenshot of that, because this is actually pretty surprising. 1 second here, let me pull this up. Okay, right here. Okay, so here is a screenshot from when the bracket was done. I think, did I get 27? Let me go back to there. I want to say, I think somebody else ran one more before I... Wait, it doesn't show me... Oh yeah, rank 27. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't even looking in the right spot. So, I got rank 27. Yeah, so that no one else moved. Okay. Oh, the image was blocking it. That's why I didn't see it on the screen. So, yeah, 27. So we finished at 27. So no one else moved. So yeah, look, 355, 397. So this was one that I was super close to breaking out. I think if I would have had some more damage, because I was it was kicking butt still at 355. It's just I could not kill the last bosses fast enough. They were slowly chipping that tower, even though I was in the 2Q's damage. That's where, yes, so I had like 2Q damage or health there. That's where I was remembering that from earlier when I was talking about that. I had like over 2Q health, and the bosses were just still ticking away on it very quickly after a while. So I'm gonna need some more damage so that they can, die while they're chipping away. Because I say very quickly, but it actually wasn't that quick. It was just slowly watching them do little chunk, little chunk, little chunk, little chunk. So if I had higher, if it wasn't for the thorns resist, I would have got higher. But then again, so would have everyone else, right? So, but yeah, no, I'm happy with that. Happy with that. We're still moving up in tournaments and still progressing, even though I haven't been focusing on that right now. So, still happy with that. Event location, we've picked up all the event. Nothing's changed because we're a week out now. I did pick up the stones. I already purchased all the stuff. Oh, I did do Zephyr last week. Posted the recommendation of like a 2-to-1 bonus to duration. So, wanted to get that up. So it's kind of into that area now. So I'll go 2-to-1 from here. But I didn't feel it. My data sheet tracker shows you like a % of coverage of what you're gaining from it or whatever. But it looks like that went up slightly when I did the bonus. So I'm not sure if that is actually affecting it, or if it's just strictly the range and duration. It just might have been a fluke that I've seen that, but I definitely put some into that here like a couple days ago. So we'll see if that changes anything. And then from when I get the next week's stones or metals, we'll see what we do. Probably going to keep doing that pattern that he was suggesting. And then once I get these up and done or in a good spot, I can work on Flamebot. What I think I'll need to do if I'm going to push to 14 again or any 15, 16s, I'll probably have to do it right before the reset and respec. Because I've read some, I don't know if 9,000 is enough though. I'll have to do some research and see how far that'll get me. But I've seen some people say you respec into Flamebot, and then that'll help. At least for us eHP guys. But you want to do that right before the event ends, because if anyone doesn't know, you only get to respec once per event for your medals. Guild's doing mostly good. We've picked up everything. Everyone should be looking about the same. We've picked up everything except for these two. Just the pattern I went in. I just left the 2 skins that are left, and then we'll pick up all the fun stuff. We're gonna make some room for the guild. The guild has voted and spoke, as you see here. I had a few people were complaining that I'm not doing my job. No, they weren't really complaining, but they did say Ethan's being too nice and letting people not complete the boxes, and it's not fair to everybody else. So we're gonna make at least 2 slots today. Turtle came back, luckily, yeah, and then Shadowside just logged on, so we're gonna give you some time to check that out. Ginger has been in and out and mentioning that he's busy, but Solo Guy and Dave have not heard from you guys. Dave logged back in a few days ago, and you did not collect anything, buddy. And it's been over 3 weeks now without 0, so I think we're going to be making 2 slots here today. So here's the code, QEFZ37. Again, that's QEFZ37. I will put that in the comment. Well, I probably won't, but just, yeah, if you need a guild, go ahead and try to join. I'm going to give them until the video goes live later this afternoon, because I got some stuff to do. So I'm going to get it takes like an hour to make these videos, like just to save it on the computer or process it once I put the music in there and then save it. I don't have a greatest computer, so then I'll queue it up later today to upload and stuff. So we'll see. We might have room for 2 more, because yeah, like I said, the guild has spoken. They said we need to get some new blood in because we are getting too close to not making it. We've made every single box week, even with these guys down here. But yeah, guys, come on, we got to pull the weight for everyone else. It's just not fair. I guess we can click that. I didn't mean to click that, but boom. I used to click these. I don't know what any of this means and if it changes and what. Nothing else has really changed. Here's what we're using here. I might have moved these around a little bit because I've been playing with them when I do a milestone run. Alright, let's jump into workshop. Nothing's really changed in the actual upgrades since last week. I keep saying it all the time, but I still want to put a little bit more into damage just so that it maxes out faster. It'll help in Legends League. And then a little bit more maybe into... no, not that one. Yeah, probably this. Probably one more click into wall health. And then we'll be good. I'll be comfortable to let those go on their own without much involvement. I just basically want to get these where I don't have to touch anything during a run and just let the free ups go, even in tournaments. I mean, besides the level skips. Obviously, got to max out the level skips as best as we can. We're at 350 out of 699 and 330. I was focusing more on attack because that's what I need to do mostly. Nothing's changed on damage. We're still 1.58 damage plus, crit factor plus, and super crit multiplier plus. I did put a little bit into attack speed. We're at 1.15 now. And then defense, I have been continuing to put money into that. So wall health 162, health is 162, and then health regens 163. I think I'm pretty good there now. I don't know if I'll put more because I've been saving most of mine and been doing this. Like I want to get back onto cells. My cells is 1.26, coin at 1.32. It's up to almost 400 trillion for the next click. And then enemy level skips is still 1.11. I do want to get another click into that soon so that it'll push me over 50%. Just for the nice feeling that gives you. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference in things, but just to get it over 50%. But and then continue pumping coins because I need to get my coins up. Oh yeah, the run tracker. We can you'll see things are still moving there, but nothing's jumped too much. It's just kind of steady gains. And then of course the ultimate weapons. Everything's the same I said last week. So if you weren't here last week, we're gonna bring these down to do that soon. It takes like 2,300 stones, and then I'll be able to bring these cooldowns down to 100 seconds. And I do need to put one more duration on Golden Tower, and then that way, once I have those completed, I just need a Multiverse Nexus, Ancestral, and then I'll need my Ancestral G-Comp, and I'll be able to do a permanent GT and permanent Black Hole, and run that and see how that works for a bit. Or at the minimum, just have these cooldowns awesomely down. And after that, we're going to pick up the new ultimate weapon and start trying to actually work on some hopeful, maybe a little Golden Tower bonus. But then go into ultimate weapons and work on finally progressing in the tournaments, hopefully, and can one day stay in Legends. But that'll be coming around the corner. Farming cards setup not changed. I'm still using the damage and berserk because I noticed if I don't use damage cards and even a decent mod, which is I don't use a decent mod to be fair. I use this mod when I'm farming, but I noticed that if I don't use the damage cards later in the runs, the scatters don't die so fast and they'll last a few waves. And I get nervous that I might be getting the heat up. The less coins, the more damage from them. So I definitely I don't use Chain Lightning, so I want to make sure to at least do this bullet damage the best we can. When it gets really late in the waves, it doesn't make a difference at all, I don't think. But I'll pick up masteries one day. One day we'll get masteries. Before we do the module pulls, let's do because we're gonna pull some module. Well, let's do that now. So we're on modules, doing modules. I'm running Shrink Ray just because it seems to get a little bit better coin. Galaxy Compressor and Primordial Collapse. I really need to get it. I need to get this Primordial Collapse to Ancestral. So it really sucks pulling these banners. The feature banner, because this guy is not in the feature banner. But this 80% damage reduction would be huge. So it really, I can't wait till this is done. Sharp Fortitude. And then we'll just quickly click over some of the other mods like we usually use. Those are my two main go-tos, Amp Strike or DP. We got the Dim Core and the Multiverse Nexus. And my Pulsar Harvester, that's my buddy. I want to get him to up too. Alright, let's do some pulls. Let's merge this and get it out of the way first. We'll make those epics later. I think I'm going to shatter them all anyway. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. No gem. No gem. Okay. Oh, we're at a round number anyway, so that wouldn't have mattered. Alright, let's go. I just need 2 of these. So if we get 2 of those, I'm going to stop pulling the feature banner. We can use 1 G-Comp. Come on, we need a G-Comp. We could use Dim Cores, you know, all the normal good stuff. Multiverse Nexus. But I'd really like to get not a Space Displacer. I'd really like to not get a Space Displacer. Now I'd like to get our mod done so it's out of the way. Orbital Augment. Oh, okay, we got 1. Alright, we need 1 more. Come on. That's not the right thing. Come on. Hey, stop it. Alright, come on. Just need 1 more. Ah, I already got an Ancestral Black Hole Digester. How many gems do I have left? Oh, I'm running out. Come on, guys. We just need 1 more. Come on. For real? Another Being Annihilator? This is crazy. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. When is this mod done? We got 10 hours. So, we'll be trying to get some more gems. I'll pull some of these off stream later, or off video. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. Okay. That is a bummer. Oh, I guess I can 1-star that now. Which is, you know, cool and all, but it's not what we want, what we needed. Okay, so let's go to merge. Well, coin bonus is up. Ta-da! Alright, but that wasn't like what we're looking for though, so kind of a bummer. Alright, so we just needed 1 more orbital augment and would have been able to clear that out, but I guess on the flip side, I can start pulling this now if, you know, we're done. But we'll see what we get off later on. Hopefully we'll get something good. So here is the labs. Crazy labs. Look at this. Wall region, health region, health, death wave health, and wall fortification. I know I'm crazy, right? Look, all eHP labs. So I finished our longtime favorite lab. Lab speed is now done at 2.98, 99 max. Feels so good. Right after that finished, I just slotted in wall region again and was like, hey, I'm going to do all health. So the last few days, we've just been powering through a bunch of health labs. And I think maybe just a few more days, 1 week, probably get this to 90. I think when this stops here, like I'll probably leave this at 70. Death wave going to 30, and this one I'll probably max fortification and max death wave health. Health will get to 70 and health regen to 90, and I'll let this get. I guess I want to get this to 25. Might even go to max. This might be my new forever lab until it's max. We'll see. I've read some stuff that regen can. This wall regen is pretty good. But then I want to slot back in. I'm gonna start going back into here. Let's go ahead and get into this. Some of the other stuff. I definitely want to, after I do all these eHP labs, I'm going to put back on health, or not, sorry, health, damage, crit factor, super crit multiplier, and super crit chance, and kind of do like a week or two of damage labs. Just pump those up and get all these basic damage and health labs just out of the way, so that all I'm doing is the other stuff later, quality of life things. I need to get this golden bot in there. That's my last economy lab, golden bot duration. It's not synced with black hole yet, or sorry, with GT. When it gets down to 100, they'll be in sync. Then I can, with a black hole digester, I think it's going to be pretty good. You always see everyone's boost and coins go through the roof when they get it all synced up. So then I'll need the duration up. I think that'll make a difference there. Or if I'm doing permanent GT, then it doesn't matter where the sync is, because it'll just be GT up when bot's going off. And then I'll want it up there. So I definitely that's on the list. And here's where the other guys are at. These are all just stuff I want to play around with. I need to get coins. I keep saying that. We're going to... Nothing else has really changed. Oh, let's look at the history. Other than those crazy... come on. We're back in 2024 again. They need to really fix that, or give us a way to get to the end. Because, yeah, now it's a year's worth. I'm scrolling through. But, yeah, I haven't really done it since I've only done HP labs for the last week. Not much else has changed. So, come on. It's going to go... If you click off of the screen on accident, it ruins it. Alright, there. I paused it and got all the way back. It took 3 tries. Literally 3 more tries. I was using just the scroll wheel. It kept crashing even then. Okay, so here's the history. Health, mostly. Like I was saying, this health and region has been going crazy. There's where we finished lab speed. On the 13th. Before that, I did do nuke recharge. We're on level 3 now. And I got... What's the other one? Demon mode recharge, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I must have did that last week. Yeah, so we did the demon mode, second wind blast. I think you guys saw that last week. Demon mode. But I did do nuke recharge. So now we have nuke recharge at 1k. And then demon mode at just the default 1500. So I can just do demon mode every 1500. But now I can do nuke every 1000. I read a bit. I had it just labbing, and I read a bit about the tier 14 farming potentially once you get keys to unlock the auto nuke. If you had 1k, you could set it to go off every 1000 do it at like 45, 49, 50, or whatever. A wave or two after it, and the fleet spawns. Not that I know I'll ever do that or not. I don't know, but I don't really need nuke any lower right now, so I just went ahead and left that alone. I won't touch it for now, just in case that's something I want to do in the future. I don't know, but it's actually been pretty cool being able to nuke the fleet on tier 14. Just manually when I was doing the milestone, so that was cool. It helped for that. But that's where we're at on the history, and then we'll get into the thing here now. So let's go back through there. Lab speed finished. Well, I don't have to favorite. I was going to put them on favorite, so we don't need to do that. We'll see them. Okay. And I'm not going to read over these guys, the health or the labs this time. I'm just going to scroll through. if you want to look at something, you can pause it. We'll do a bigger lab deep dive later on. Once I switch over to damage once again. Sorry I keep clearing my throat a lot today. I'm a little sick yesterday. I was going to stream the last tournament, but I just was not feeling good. These guys I'm going to probably put on, actually. I'm going to put on all of the effect bands at one time. We're just going to do them all. I think we covered everything. I didn't want to be on too long today. I've been taking up a lot of your time. I want to thank you guys for following along and all your support, all the different tips and tricks people have been feeding me. And I know, sorry I'm disappointing some people by continuing to push eHP. I know you guys are looking forward to damage builds, but I'm going to switch over. I just need to get the ultimate weapons done. I don't think without all the other ultimate weapons, there's no real damage build to go into yet. And I need the mods. I don't have ACP. I don't have project funding, so I'm just not ready. Oh, yeah, we'll look at that later. So I was gonna go to the data tracker, the sheet, but nothing changed. If you saw last week's 5.8 trillion a second is still, or an hour is still the highest. So nothing really changed. Too much. Nothing changed much. Yeah, right. It's the tower, right? So it's nothing but change. So I figured, yeah, let's pop over there because what am I talking about? Last video was on the what? 9th? Yeah, so we're back. I need to make let's put a video tag on this one. Just so I can keep track in the future if I scroll back. Okay. That's where my week to weeks go. Because we were back. Yeah, so one thing I did do. Okay, so where were we at? 5.7s, 5.5, 5.8. Yeah, so like I said, nothing really changed there. But I did start moving a little bit more waves. We're at the 5.3, 5.8. Cells is where it's actually, I think, has gained a lot, it feels like. Yeah, because I was hitting some 16s and 17s. And now I have some 19s. I guess I hit a 15 here. Oh yeah, that was Black Hole Digester. So I did try a Black Hole Digester run on this tier 12 here, but I did not have, there's no golden bot sync. So I'm curious when I put a golden bot sync on there, will it beat it? But the cells were down. So I think if I get my 2 more clicks into Death Wave cooldown, that will help rectify the lowering of the, because the GT, with the G-Comp, I mean, G-Comp is making way more Death Waves, so I get way more cell hits. But with these cell gains, I can do 4x on everything, so I want to keep that up, of course. So I don't want to switch to this. 15k is not enough to 4x everything. So hopefully when I get the cooldown down and the new Black Hole Digester with the cooldown will work good. But if not, I'll still work on G-Comp. I don't care. We'll still work with that. Whatever's good. What's good. So yeah, that's where the stats are at this week. But yeah, so thanks for all, like I said, following along, all the tips and the feedback you guys are giving me. If you have any more, let me know. And of course, I love the support and I love hearing from you guys and seeing what you're doing. So I'll see you in the comments below. Also, there is the Discord link if you want to join the fun over there. We have a group of guys and gals who are might be a gal, I don't know. We have a group of people over there chatting, and it's been fun keeping along with everyone there too, outside of the week-to-week videos. But I hope everyone's had a good week, and I hope you have a good next week, and I'll see you then. Take it easy. Peace. See you in the comments.